They're sitting here waiting, thinking about what what the Communist Party's all about.
There you go. Well, I'll bring Tony up and we can start talking about that. And if you do have any questions with regard to the film or that, we can talk about those things as well. So come on up, Tony. You're on camera right there.
Okay, so as long as I can see myself here, I guess we're okay.
Right, and then if
the Communist Party, if it's okay, I wanted to say a little bit about myself, who I am, kind of where I come from, some of my life's experiences that led me to the Communist Party, and then Don had asked me to talk a little bit about some of the challenges that we face here in Missouri, as well as some of the perspectives of the Communist Party. So if that's okay with everybody, I just wanted to let everybody know I'm a member of the St. Louis Newspaper Guild. The Newspaper Guild in St. Louis represents journalists and other media workers at the Post-Dispatch. I'm a member of the St. Louis Newspaper Guild, and in that capacity, I also serve as a delegate to the St. Louis Central Labor Council and as Secretary-Treasurer of the Greater St. Louis CWA City Council. The CWA is the Communication Workers Union of America, and here in the Greater St. Louis area, we represent about 7,000 communication workers. And so I'm Secretary-Treasurer of that organization, the City Council. As Judy indicated, I also work with Jobs with Justice. I'm Secretary of the St. Louis Jobs with Justice Leadership Team. I'm on the board of the Missouri Progressive Vote Coalition, which works to elect progressive candidates in the state of Missouri, candidates that share many of the values that we've been talking about today: workers' rights, economic and social justice, and those types of things. I'm also a reporter for the People's World and Political Affairs, which are the two publications of the Communist Party. Both are national publications. Political Affairs is more of a theoretical journal, online theoretical journal, whereas People's World is a daily news publication. We tend to write shorter articles, 500 to 700 word articles, whereas with Political Affairs, it's more like your 3,000, 4,000 word articles. And in addition to that, I tend to write for the St. Louis Labor Tribune and other publications when time permits. As Don said, I'm also the district organizer for the Missouri-Kansas district of the Communist Party, and I serve in a number of different leadership capacities with the Communist Party USA. The Communist Party, we have a specific approach to the idea of taxes. We believe in progressive taxation. But I think by and large, our main way of trying to get those issues out and to get union members and other working class folks educated about taxes right now is through their unions. I think most unions have a political department or an education department. A couple of other things, two other things about the focus on the organized sector of the working class, and I hope I'm not taking too long, is that the organized sector of the working class, the trade union movement, is in a position to collectively pool its resources, right? People and money, as Judy said, equals power, right? And so that's another reason, is because of the ability to pool resources. And then finally, we focus on the organized sector of the working class because even in its weakened state, even though it only represents about 13 million workers in the United States, it is still the single largest and most diverse people's organization in the United States. So even in its weakened state, it's still the largest and most diverse people's organization. Or if I should maybe move on to a little bit of a discussion about our relationship to the Democratic Party. Opinion, and I think in the opinion of the Communist Party, politics is all about nuance. Just like there's different trends and tendencies within the labor movement, just like there are right-wing conservative unions or left-wing progressive unions, the Democratic Party is very much the same. It's not one hegemonic whole. There's different perspectives and points of views within a spectrum, right? And so we tend to focus on and help those candidates who, as Don said, share our values. By and large, the candidates that we work with and help to elect come from the working class, are or have been union members, and share many of our values. Don alluded to the party platform or party program, and there's a list of things that are a part of that. In my opinion, and I think in the opinion of the Communist Party, politics is all about nuance. Just like there's different trends and tendencies within the labor movement, the Democratic Party is very much the same. It's not one hegemonic whole. There's different perspectives and points of views within a spectrum, right? And so we tend to focus on and help those candidates who, as Don said, share our values. By and large, the candidates that we work with and help to elect come from the working class, are or have been union members, and share many of our values. Don alluded to the party platform or party program, and there's a list of things that are a part of that we talk to candidates about.